Hi, I'm excited to share with you my talk, Breaking the Mold. Let's dive deeper into how meditation can help anyone escape old ways of thinking and seeing the world in a fresh light. We begin by spotlighting how brilliant minds of the past broke through the limits imposed by the understanding of their time period. Like Archimedes, he stepped into his bathtub and shouted, Eureka! Einstein rode his bicycle in figure eights, contemplating infinity and the fabric of the universe. And for those of us who grew up in the 80s, like myself, Doc Brown stumbled upon the flux capacitor after a fateful slip and hit his head on the sink. These profound moments had one thing in common. Can you think of what that is? That's right, you guessed it. They each had a head full of gray hair. However, let's set humor aside for a moment and focus on something truly profound. These remarkable thinkers journeyed into the depths of their minds, allowing their egos to fade away. When the ego is stripped away, we find ourselves liberated from the chains of our past experiences, our fears, and unwanted pressures. These great thinkers transcended the limitations of conventional thinking. Isn't this box the thing that society insists we should strive to break free from, anyways? But what if I told you that this box doesn't even exist? When we let go of our egos through practices like meditation, we discover a vast landscape of limitless possibilities. So I invite you to embark on this transformative journey to unlock your creative potential. Consider this. Are we unknowingly shaping our children's futures with the same outdated molds that shaped ours? We continue to uphold old beliefs and practices without pausing to reflect on their relevance. Let's break this cycle and open ourselves to new possibilities for future generations. So today, I call upon you, upon us. Let's break that mold. Meditative practice is a hammer that can break the mold and opens you up to boundless vision and creativity. Because meditation is not merely a tool for achieving tranquility, it is also a transformative act with the power to reshape our future. By embracing the practice of releasing the past and the present, we unlock the potential of what could be instead of what was. Picture a future where our cities thrive not on competition or conflict, but on boundless creativity, reminiscent of the uninhibited builds you can find in Minecraft. Imagine a reality where every person recognizes that the individual self is deeply connected to the collective we. In this vision, each unique heart and mind plays an essential role in an interconnected urban tapestry. Remove one thread, and the entire design falters. Meditation empowers us to break free from outdated constraints and fosters a shared vision of unity and innovation. Let us harness this practice to inspire a brighter, more collaborative future. Let me illustrate this point with a brief story which further highlights the importance of breaking free from the rigor mortis of old, stale ideas. Joanna was excited to learn how to cook a roast with her mother. It was a family tradition. Her mother carefully explained: first, you season the roast, then you cut off both ends and place it in the pot. Thought Joanna. That's curious. Mom, why do we cut off both ends? Her mother paused. That's how your grandmother taught me. Why don't you go and ask her? So Joanna went and said, Grandmother, why did you teach Mommy to cut off the ends of the roast and then put it in the pot? Well, same answer. That's how my mother taught me. Why don't you go ask great grandmother? So Joanna went to ask great grandmother and she said, Great grandmother, why did you teach my grandmother, who then taught my mother, who's now teaching me, to cut off the ends of the roast and then put it in the pot? Great grandmother laughed and she said, You're still doing that? We only cut the ends off because we were so poor back then we couldn't afford a bigger pot. So today, I ask you, how many ends are we still cutting off simply because that's how it's always been done? Let's start cutting off our potential. Let's challenge old ways of thinking and acting. Begin today, right now. Let's meditate. Let's begin to dissolve the box. And let's shape a future not limited by yesterday's constraints, but empowered by tomorrow's possibilities. Are you ready to break the mold?